Hey guys, this is Jacques, and I'm going to be showing off the latest build of MakuluLinux LeThe edition. So first things first, this is based on well, a mixture of things, but I guess the main base would be Debian testing. So it's a rolling release based on Debian testing. It's got some aspects of Mint in there. Um, it uses XFCE as a framework, so it's kind of like a mixture. It's got a dock. It's a very complex system that's been created and implemented, and it runs beautifully. If you look at this, you'll see this desktop looks absolutely stunning. Stunning from top to bottom. You've got this beautiful wallpaper, these beautiful icons, even the cursor theme. You've got this beautiful dock at the bottom with this transparency and reflections. Everything is just stunning on this system. So let's take a quick look at under the hood, what's under the hood, and yeah, let's get into that. So you've got your desktop icons, which is pretty standard. Your home, your mounted drives, trash can. I'm in live environment, so that's why you see the live installer, and you can hover over an item, it'll pop up a little description, which is pretty cool. At the bottom, you've got your dock panel. You've got this beautiful wallpaper, which I'll get into in a minute, desktop quotes and so forth. Then you've got this beautiful dock at the bottom, which sports a main menu on the left, on the right a logout, system logout button. You've got some icons on the bottom left, which is show and hide desktop, settings manager, synaptic package manager, package updater, software manager, software center, terminal, web browser, which is Google Chrome, and files, which is obviously your file manager. Okay. Oops, sorry. And on the other side, you've got 4 web applets. You've got a system monitor. You've got desktop switcher, a keyboard manager, weather applet, which is pretty cool. You open it up. I don't even have to type anything. It auto detects my location, and then we'll. Okay, I'm in live mode, so it won't give any forecast at the moment there because I think my connection's not working properly, but it should normally load. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we go. It's loading. I'm in Da Nang, so it loads Da Nang. Pretty cool, very awesome. So you don't have to type your location. It should auto detect it. In case it doesn't, you can always search it or search the nearest location and just type it in. Next to that, you got your little system indicators. And next to that, you got your clock and calendar, and of course your logout. Okay, so this is a pretty straightforward bottom panel or dock that's converted into a bottom panel, and we'll get into the dock in a minute. I just want to point out, look at this stunning look. Oh my god, just look at these borders, completely transparent. Look at the steaming, just brilliant. Look at how beautiful these just all the eye candy, even the buttons that highlight up. Oh my god, isn't this beautiful? Of course, Compass is the default Windows manager, which is why you're getting all of these bouncy effects and just really beautiful. And of course, you can also just minimize the windows into themselves, so you can have multiple windows open without taking up space on the actual desktop. Another nice little cool feature is if you want to open up something that's already open, you just want to open more, you can just middle click on the open icon. So just middle button and open another version, so another open window. For example, if I'm browsing some files and I want to go open another file manager, I could just middle click. I don't have to go back down, open. I could just middle click with the middle button. So that's a pretty neat little shortcut. The other shortcuts, Alt Z. If you push Alt Z, it opens up Zoom, especially with guys that have poor eyesight. Some of these smaller icons might be a problem. You can just Alt Z over there. Alternatively, you can hold down Control and middle mouse, and if you keep clicking the middle mouse while holding Control, you can actually zoom in like pretty far. You can zoom in pretty far, and then Shift middle mouse will zoom out back to normal. So Control middle mouse, you can zoom in all the way. Shift middle mouse. or alternatively Alt middle mouse. That's the default zoom. So that's pretty nice. Anyway, so yeah, so you got Nemo is the file manager. The default file manager is Nemo, as you can see. Pretty cool, works pretty well. And of course you got Compass as the default window manager. We'll get into Compass in a bit. And yeah, so you've got all these icons over here. Remember, this is Debian. This is Debian. Debian is supposed to be difficult to set up, difficult to run, difficult to manage, difficult to install drivers, difficult to install software. It's usually not for the the new guys that are new to Linux, the more noob guys, But this edition, this LeThe edition, has been very simplified. Okay, so you want to update your packages, just open up the update manager, package updater. There we go. It shows a bunch of updates available. I left them there just to show in this video, and you can just click on install. You click on install, it will actually literally install the updates. It's that easy. You close. There's it. Update manager. Just click install. The software center, which is very similar to the Ubuntu style software center, it's very easy to use. Just there it is, software center. Just click it, open. And yeah, you can either just the main featured application, or you can go to audio and video and just give it a second to load, and just click on an item, and there it loads. Okay, this one doesn't have a screenshot, and there's the install button. Just click install and it's done. There's the back button. Let's choose something else, maybe something that does have a window preview. I'm not sure. Let's go back. Let's go to Blender. Let's see if Blender has a no screenshot. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. It's got an install button. You just click the install button and that's it. Installed apps will show what's currently installed. Updates will show what's available. So it's very, very easy to use. Just software center. There we go. It's very fast, snappy. Did you see the speed of this? Remember, I'm inside a virtual machine here. I'm inside a virtual machine. You don't believe me? Have a look. Virtual box. I'm inside a virtual machine here. So this is very, very snappy. Now, if we click on the main menu, the very first time we run the main menu, it's going to give you a couple of options. It's going to tell you can choose between which launcher you'd like to run. The Ring Launcher, Classic, Synapse, Fullscreen. Okay, I'm not going to go through all of them. Well, let me quickly go through them. Okay, so if we click Ring Launcher, it will actually just tell me that launcher has been set, blah, 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 blah. I can change the launcher at any time from the settings menu. Okay, great. So now if I click main menu, it should open up the Ring Launcher. There we go. So Ring Launcher, very nice little launcher, very new, very modern, very cool looking Ring Launcher. So if we go to settings manager and select launcher, let's change it to classic. So the classic's been set. Minimize that. If I click main menu now, I'll get the Cardoppio menu, which is the more classic style menu. I'm guessing a lot of guys will probably prefer this. However, that's not the end of it. If I click launcher again, select launcher, choose Synapse. Now you got your QuickType Synapse launcher. If I click on there, it will bring up the QuickType Synapse launcher, and I can just open up. You see, leaf pad. There we go. So I can just start typing and click enter. And then, of course, the last launcher available is the Fullscreen Launcher, which is the damn, I forgot the name now, but it's the more GNOME 3 style launcher. So if you can just scroll through the items with your mouse wheel, or you can actually select the categories on top, or you can actually search an item, and you can just click on an item to open it. So it's very, very awesome, very easy to use, very simple, and of course you can switch between the launchers. So let's just use classic for this for the rest of this demo, since most people will be accustomed to that. However, I must point out, I really do like the Ring Launcher and I do use it a lot, but I do switch between the launchers because there's a lot of advantages that, you know, certain launchers, you go through mood swings. The nice thing is that you've got 4 launchers available at your fingertips, and you can just choose whichever one you want. Quite easy, just switch between them. So that's very awesome. So anyway, so here's the main menu, of course, and then of course I've showed you the package manager, software center, package updater. You got your terminal, you got your file manager, you got your web browser, which is Google Chrome. Well, that's the default one. However, if we go to internet, you'll see that oh no, it's just Chrome. Okay, I thought I installed Firefox as well. Firefox is available though. You can install it if you do want to. Okay, on the other side we've got these web applets. I just want to run through these web applets quickly. So let's just open File Manager, just for demo purposes. Let's say I'm doing some work in File Manager, and now I quickly want to go to Google and search something. Usually I have to open up my browser, wait for that to load, go to Google, search, blah blah blah. Switch back here. This is where these web applets come in. Now these web applets, I've put a whole lot of default ones here. They're pretty cool. There's Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, Google Maps, Google, Amazon, Badoo, you name it. There's movie sites, web news sites, Skype, Twitch, Telegram, Twitter, WeChat, YouTube, Yahoo. It's all on here. So let's go set one as Google. Okay, once you actually set a web applet, it will be that web applet forever. Okay, even after reboots. So if I've set it to Google, I can now just open Google by simply just clicking on the little web applet. Okay, so if I'm doing some work here and I want to go search something in Google, I now don't have to go and open up Google Chrome. I can just pop up this little Google little thing over here, and I can search here hello. Okay, and now it's searching hello. Okay, sorry, I'm in it's actually detecting that I'm in Vietnam, so that's pretty cool, although annoying. It's actually giving me everything in Vietnamese because it's detected I'm in Vietnam. Anyway, besides the point. It actually, now I can just search whatever I want to search here and just pop it down when I'm done. Okay, I can open up another one. Let's say I like to sort of browse Google Maps. Yeah, maps, why not? Just open Google Maps over there. So if I use Google Maps a lot, now I've got Google over there, I've got Google Maps. I can just click on Google Maps, whatever. I can even sign in, have all my pins and everything shown, and I can just use Google Maps the way I want, and then just go back to whatever I'm doing. I just pop it up and then pop it down, pop it up, pop it down. Let's go set a third one. Let's go to some news site. Let's go I don't know, well, let's go yeah, let's just go News 24. Okay, News 24. I think there's a Fox News in here as well somewhere. Yeah, there's Fox News, but I won't go there. Let's go to Gaming on Linux as well. Let's leave those open. Okay, so there's News 24, so I can just read the news. You know, sometimes you're compiling something in the background, or you're editing a video, whatever. It takes time. You can just come here and you can read the news, whatever. You can even put Messenger on here, or Twitter, you know, so you can read your Twitter, send messages in Messenger, Instagram. There's a lot of stuff here that you can chat in Skype. Just chat in Skype from the pop-up. You know, don't have to actually open up a web browser or open up the app. You can just do it from these little pop-ups. These web applets are so awesome. And you can just right-click on the dock, go Dock Preference, and just make that full screen, and we'll go to Applets. And as you can see here, this is everything that's on the dock. These are the web applets over here. So you can just go down to web applet, and you can just drag another one in and just select where to place it. There we go, and just put another one there. And now you can set this to another website. Let's go to, yeah, why not? It's the FOSS website. Okay, so there we go. It's FOSS. Let's give that a second to load. There we go. It's loading, and you can come read the news here on Linux. Blah blah blah. You know, there's Google. There's Steam News. Blah blah blah, register, login. So yeah, so these little web applets are awesome. You don't want them, just click them and just remove them. You know, you can just remove all of them, or add more, or just, you know, go crazy. Once they're set though, they're set. The only way to change them is to remove it and add another one. But they're very easy to manage. They're very awesome. Let's go put on Twitter here, and let's go put on Messenger over here. So as you can see now, just give it a second to load there. There's Messenger, just sign in and you can chat on Messenger. Same with Twitter, just sign in, you can tweet, read tweets, nice big size, and just pop up, pop down. Very, very easy, very comfortable to use, and it doesn't really interfere with whatever you're doing over there. So that's really awesome. Especially if you're using something like Gmail a lot, you can put a little Gmail thing there. It's got full features to Gmail. Very, very awesome, this dock. The dock itself has lots of options, lots of plugins you can put on and so forth. It's very cool. So yeah, that's the dock. These icons as well, you want to add more to the dock, you can simply just drag them down to the dock, drag them to the desktop. So the desktop and the icons here and the dock all work very well together. Geez, you can customize the crap out of the system. It's so very awesome. You've also got this little pop-up here, little preview of what's open, and then something else, of course, because it's Compass. You've got the whole 3D cube, 3D desktop thing going, which is pretty cool, with reflections and shadows, and you know, you've got your 4 desktop environments, which is pretty cool. And if you've got let's say you've got 2 apps open and you want to go to another app that's on another desktop, you can simply just click it and it will just turn the desktop to wherever that app is open. And if we go, for example, let's go one more. Yeah, let's go over here and we open up a second terminal. Okay, so now if we go to the first one over there, second one over there, as you can see, it's now just flipping between the desktops to the open apps, which is pretty cool. The cube itself has some nice 3D effects. As you can see, it's got that whole 3D thing going on, which is very cool. You know, the guys that appreciate some nice graphics and just some cool looking stuff will really appreciate the just all the little details. So this is a very awesome system. It runs like a dream. I mean, Debian's never been so easy before. You can now also open up settings manager, and you've got some other stuff. You've got a driver manager available. I'm inside VirtualBox, so it's not actually going to, and I'm in live mode. You cannot run this driver manager in live mode, but yeah, it won't detect any drivers on VirtualBox anyway. You've got a driver manager for easily installing drivers. You've got a boot repair in case you need to have any boot problems. You've got a firewall, which is always good. You've got a software sources. Everything's so easy to manage here. You've got your window manager, which is obviously Compass, and it's got 1,000 options. I mean, there's just so many things here that you can configure and just go crazy with. Yeah, it's really awesome. You got your window manager, which is Emerald window manager, which has some really awesome border themes. So very awesome. Yeah, just a lot you can configure here. You've got the desktop wallpapers, which is managed by the wallpaper changer. It's here at the bottom, and if you have problems seeing, you can just zoom in over there. Which the wallpaper manager controls the desktop wallpapers as well as the quotes, the desktop quotes. Okay, so if you go over there, you can go to wallpaper selector and you can just select a different wallpaper. As you can see, there's some really nice wallpapers in here. Some very awesome stuff. So if you want to control the website, if you want to change the wallpapers yourself, as in manage them yourself, you can always just quit the wallpaper changer. However, you will lose the desktop quotes, and then if you go to desktop settings, you will see now the wallpapers show. They don't show while the wallpaper manager is on, but if you switch it off, it will show the desktop wallpapers, and now you can manually set them. However, I must point out that you will lose your desktop quotes if you disable the wallpaper manager. Okay, so this is MakuluLinux LeThe edition. As you can see, no problems here. This is alpha. Remember, this is alpha 2.1.0. So it is alpha, which means there are still probably some bugs around. But wow, man, there's testers that are running this as the daily driver, and they're very happy with the performance. So I must point out that, you know, this is pretty stable for an alpha. It's very awesome, very stable. Just look at this, you know, it's just awesomeness and some more awesomeness. And the whole look and feel, you know, the icons and the mouse cursor kind of complement each other, because, you know, you got this buff icon set, which is kind of almost cartoony. It's got like a sort of a sketchy, cartoony feel to it. And then you've got this mouse cursor that's also got the same kind of effect. So you've got these two that just really blend well, and then you've got this really awesome transparency with a little bit of shadows and reflections everywhere. And then of course your things like your terminal window just blend. If you just look at this desktop, I mean, just wow. Have you ever seen Debian look so beautiful before? We actually even run so well and yet have all the comfort of just, you know, the ease of use. And of course, not to mention, you've got 4 different menus to use. Um, yeah, show desktop, hide desktop. This is just awesome. You can also switch between your desktop windows, just simply clicking on the slick switcher if you want. And of course, you got your little system monitor over here showing the current usage. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really, really, really awesome. And yeah, so we just well, I think about 2, maybe 3 weeks away from releasing this to public, at least the first alpha. So you guys will get it very soon. But wow, just wow. Uh, anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to show this off. Let's go, maybe just select the different launcher there. I like the ring launcher, I really do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna really enjoy this. I haven't even run through all the apps yet. I will leave that up to you guys. There's a lot of stuff in, a lot of useful stuff in here. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. This will probably be, I might make another video after this, I'm not sure. But I just wanted to update you guys on progress, how awesome this looks, how awesome it runs. I'm inside VirtualBox. The ring menu does tend to be a little sluggish in VirtualBox because there's no actual real GPU here. So let's switch maybe to the back to the classic, I guess, or maybe even the full screen. Let's go full screen, yeah. You know, I go through mood swings, so sometimes I prefer one launcher over the other. They're all great though. They're all great, and the nice thing is there's the variety of options that's available. There are guys that prefer the GNOME menu. There's guys that prefer the classic. There's guys that prefer the ring menu, or guys that even prefer the Synapse, or guys that like to flip through them all. You know, this is the nice thing about LeThe. It's got so many options. Just you can configure and customize. You can even the dock. You can move the dock wherever you want. Bottom, top, left, right, doesn't matter. You know, you can move it, configure it, change the size, expand it, you know, make it smaller. You can just put it in the center, expand it. You can put different effects on your icon so that if you hover over the icon, you can actually have different kinds of effects on there. It's really, really up to you. I mean, there's a lot of options here. You can even change the look of the dock. You know, 3D, curved, floaty dock. Let's go to flat dock, none, which means there's actually no actual visible dock. It just looks like it hangs in midair, which is pretty nice as well. You know, so yeah, you can really panel mode, always visible, IntelliHide, which is pretty awesome. It will hide whenever a window touches it, and as you can see there, whenever a window touches it, will hide. No window, it will pop up. You know, so you can really just go crazy with options here, and that's nice. You know, you can really configure your desktop, and it's a beautiful desktop. I mean, this is stunning, stunning, stunning. So yeah, enough babbling from me. I just wanted to show you the progress. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of guys psyched waiting to try this. And I just want to point out, guys, really, I'm trying. You'll notice that the website is new. I've got a new website up and running. It's not quite finished, but it's very functional. I'm still working on it, but it is, you know, you'll see subtle changes over time. I've got a new website host. I've got new repository hosts. I'm working on LeThe, Windows, and Flash editions. I've got 3 new ISOs coming out. I've been slaving away, and I mean really slaving. This is not easy stuff to do. It's not, doesn't take 5 minutes. You know, this base is 2 years in the works. The fruit's only really, you know, coming to life now. But I've slaved away, and I'm still continuing to slave away. So please, you know, you guys can also help out. The project could use with some funding. If you can afford it, throw a few bucks our way. We would really appreciate it. You can donate easily. There's a donations over here in the menu. There's a donations button over there. Just click and follow the links, or you can, on the website, there's a donate on the top, donate at the bottom, donate on the side. There's donate buttons everywhere. There's really no excuse not to throw a donation our way. The project could really use it, because right now a lot of it's being paid out of my pocket. So my hard work, I'm slaving away, and I'm having to fund a lot of this as well, which is really not fair. Really not fair. But anyway, you know, this is a big comeback for MakuluLinux. MakuluLinux was big at one stage, and then I started traveling all over Asia, and it kind of got a little sloppy. But I'm settled in. I'm really enjoying working on it again, and I've put a lot of hard work over the last year or so to get the project back on track. And as you can see, it's just awesome. The one other thing I just want to quickly run by before I say goodbye is I just want to show you guys the new live installer. So this is the new live installer. So not only is the distro now based on Debian, but it has got a really awesome new live little installer, which, as you can see, even the installer looks pretty darn snazzy. Looks very beautiful, and it's so easy to use. You can just click next. So change your system language. Let's set it to US. Set the numbers. Let's change that to US. There we go. So locals and everything set to US. Location, well, I'm in Ho Chi Minh's the closest to me, so I'm in Vietnam. So next, choose my keyboard. Yes. Default US. Yes, leave it that. Install. If you've got Windows or something else installed already, you can just choose install alongside. Replace, erase, manual. Very nice. This is new, so I'm just gonna, there's nothing else, so just choose erase disk, delete all the data. But I could also install alongside. It will now create a second partition, and I can set the size of the partition, and it will install alongside the already installed Makulu over there. But I'm just gonna choose erase. That's it. Next. Let's just make that test password test. Yes, you log in automatically. Yes, use the same password for administrator. Next. And as you can see, it just does a little summary there, and I click next, and it will actually start the installation. The installer looks beautiful. Yeah, it says MakuluLinux since 2012, and actually shows an old CD when it was actually featured in the Linux magazine. It says this may take a while to complete. In the meantime, check out our slideshow. Click the pictures to forward the slides. So just click the picture, and it will give you some nice little info about the system while it's installing. Okay, so you can just see what's all on here and what it's all about. And it's got some beautiful pictures. Very nice looking. Very awesome. Very comfortable. It is really beautiful. I mean, what an easy installer, even more easier than the Ubuntu installer. And when it's done, you just click to reboot. It's that simple. So even installing MakuluLinux now is a breeze. And remember, guys, this is Debian. This is Debian. This is not Ubuntu. It might look as easy to use as Ubuntu is, and you may actually forget that this is Debian, but this is Debian. How awesome is this? How easy to use, how beautiful it is, just so simple, everything just working, and it is there. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm actually busy unsquashing the file system there. This is Debian. Anyway, I just wanted to sort of get a little bit more under the hood. Keep an eye on this. It will be due soon in the next few weeks, and I'll chat to you guys again. Cheers.